Listen carefully, because what I am about to tell you may become the moment your life changes forever. Imagine this. You wake up one morning, open your phone, and without even thinking, your fingers automatically click on an English video. Not because you should, not because someone told you to, but because you want to, because you enjoy it, because English no longer feels like a subject. It feels like oxygen. It feels like energy. It feels like your personal superpower. Imagine being so addicted to English that you don't need motivation anymore. English itself becomes the motivation. Imagine being so deep in the language that every day you grow without even realizing it. This video is not just about learning English. This video is about something stronger, getting addicted to English. Because when you get addicted, everything becomes easy. You don't need to force yourself. You don't need discipline every day. You don't need to push yourself into studying. You simply do it. Automatically. Naturally. Powerfully. And today, I am going to show you exactly how to get addicted to English in a way that transforms your fluency forever. Welcome to the journey. Part 1. The Secret of Addiction. Make English feel good. Addiction always begins with one thing, a pleasant feeling. No one becomes addicted to something painful or boring. People get addicted to games, movies, music, scrolling, or even certain foods, because each interaction gives their brain a tiny hit of satisfaction, small bursts of pleasure that make the mind say, "I want more." These little moments create a habit. The habit slowly becomes a routine. The routine grows into desire, and that desire eventually turns into addiction. So if you want to get addicted to English, the first step is simple but powerful. Make English feel good. Not stressful, not confusing, not like school. English should not feel like a heavy responsibility or a tiring task. It should feel like something that adds joy and energy to your day. Forget boring textbooks that make you yawn after 5 minutes. Forget guilt-based study plans that make you feel bad if you miss a day. Forget forcing yourself to memorize long lists of grammar rules. Your brain will never get addicted to pain. Your brain always gets addicted to pleasure. So shape English into something enjoyable, relaxing, exciting, rewarding, and entertaining. When English feels good, your brain naturally wants more. And the moment your brain asks for more, the addiction begins. Part 2. Make English. Part of your identity. Think about people who go to the gym every single day. They don't wake up every morning asking themselves, "Should I exercise today?" They simply go, because going to the gym is part of who they are. Now think about musicians who practice for hours without anyone telling them to. They don't count the minutes. They don't wait for motivation. They practice because music is already inside their identity. And think about gamers who can play for long hours without noticing time passing. They don't need reminders. They don't need motivation speeches. They do it naturally because gaming is part of their personality. This is the mindset you need for English. Learning English is not just a task on your schedule. It is not a subject. It is not something separate from your life. English is something you are becoming. Say it with confidence. English is part of me now. When you speak English, you are not pretending or performing. You are expressing your thoughts, your emotions, your dreams. Every word you speak moves you closer to the future version of yourself. The confident, fluent, powerful you. When English becomes a piece of your identity, the addiction grows naturally, effortlessly, and beautifully. Part 3. Create your personal English world. Addiction happens when something surrounds you so deeply that you cannot escape it, even when you don't try. People get addicted to social media not because they plan to, but because it follows them everywhere. On their phone, at their desk, on their bed, during breakfast, during breaks, and even before sleep. If you want to get addicted to English, you must use the same strategy. Build an English world around you. Turn your environment into a place where English is always present. Change your phone language to English so your mind reads English naturally throughout the day. Follow English pages on social media so every time you scroll, English appears in front of you. Watch English videos daily. Not only lessons, but stories, motivation, or anything you enjoy. Listen to English songs to train your ears without effort. Read short English posts to increase comfort with the language. Keep English words on sticky notes in your room so vocabulary becomes part of your environment. Use English with friends, even a little, because small practice creates huge confidence. Remember, your goal is not perfection, it is exposure. When English is everywhere around you, your brain absorbs it like a sponge. And this constant exposure is where true addiction begins. Part 4. The hook system. Always leave wanting more. Here is one of the most powerful techniques that successful language learners use. Something so simple, yet so effective, it can completely transform your relationship with English. It is called the hook system, and the idea is this: stop studying while you still want to continue. Many learners push themselves until they feel tired or frustrated, but that only creates negative emotions attached to English. Instead, end your study session while your interest is still alive. End at the moment when your mind says, "Just a little more." Why? Because your brain remembers the feeling of unfinished excitement, the desire to return. This feeling becomes a mental hook, pulling you back to English the next day with curiosity instead of pressure. When your brain still wants more, it starts a loop. You enjoy English, then you stop early, and then you naturally want to come back again. That cycle is how addiction forms, not through force, not through stress, but through desire. The hook system turns studying into something your brain chases, not something it avoids. And once your brain starts craving English on its own, the addiction becomes unstoppable. Part 5. Small daily doses are stronger than long sessions. Many students believe they must study English for 2 or 3 hours every day to improve. But long, exhausting sessions are not how addiction develops. In fact, forcing yourself to study too long often destroys motivation. Addiction grows through small hits, tiny moments of success, and quick feelings of progress. So instead of long, tiring study routines, follow a simple rhythm. 10 minutes of reading, 10 minutes of listening, 10 minutes of watching something interesting, 5 minutes of speaking, and 5 minutes of writing. These short sessions may look small, but they are incredibly powerful. Small becomes consistent. Consistent becomes natural. Natural becomes automatic. And automatic becomes addiction. These daily doses keep your brain hungry, not overwhelmed. They give you small, satisfying wins every day, teaching your mind that English is fun, manageable, and rewarding. When you learn in small moments, your brain wants to come back again and again. And that desire, the desire to return, is the heart of addiction. Part 6. Let English become your safe place. Some people escape to music when life feels heavy. Others escape to movies, games, or long walks because these things help them forget stress for a moment. But imagine something different. Imagine if English became the place where your mind rests. Imagine if English became your personal world of peace, a space where no pressure exists, no judgment matters, and no one can disturb your calm. After a long, exhausting day, instead of scrolling endlessly, you open an English motivational video that lifts your spirit. You read a short, simple English story that relaxes your mind. You listen to soft English audio that helps your breathing slow down. Slowly, your brain begins to connect English with comfort, with safety, with peace. It starts thinking, English makes me feel better. English helps me breathe. English helps me escape. When English becomes the place where you heal, not the place where you struggle, the addiction becomes unbreakable. Because we always return to the things that make us feel safe. If English becomes your emotional shelter, you will keep coming back, again and again, naturally, effortlessly, beautifully. Part 7. Fear nothing. Embrace everything. Many learners stay stuck in the same place for years because they carry fear inside them. Fear of mistakes, fear of judgment, fear of grammar errors, fear of pronunciation problems, fear of speaking in front of others. But here is a truth that can change your entire journey. You cannot get addicted to something you fear. Your mind cannot love what it is afraid of. So if you want English to become your addiction, you must remove fear from your path. Embrace mistakes with pride. Celebrate every imperfection as proof that you are learning. Smile at your errors because they show growth. Enjoy the process instead of chasing perfection. Say this proudly, without hesitation. Every mistake makes my addiction grow stronger. When you stop fearing English, you start loving it. When you stop avoiding mistakes, you start learning faster. When fear disappears, freedom appears. And addiction, true, deep, natural addiction, grows best in freedom. Once your heart is free from fear, English will finally feel like a world you want to return to every day. Part 8. The 3-minute speaking rule. To truly get addicted to English, your brain must hear your own voice producing English sounds, forming English sentences, and expressing English thoughts. Nothing builds confidence and addiction faster than speaking, even if it's just for 3 minutes a day. That is the power of the 3-minute speaking rule. Here's how it works. Set a timer for 3 minutes. Choose any topic: your day, your feelings, your goals, your dreams, your problems, and start speaking without stopping. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about mistakes. Don't pause to think. Don't translate from your language. Just keep speaking. Flow, express, release. At first, your mind may resist. You may feel shy, slow, or uncomfortable. But after a few days, something powerful happens. Your brain begins to accept English as a natural speaking language, not a subject to memorize. Your thoughts begin to form faster. Your sentences become smoother. Your confidence grows without you noticing. And the most important part? Your brain starts asking for more. It gets used to hearing your English voice, and it wants to hear it again. That desire to continue, that pull toward speaking, is the beginning of real addiction. 3 minutes a day can create a lifetime of fluency. Part 9. Let English touch your emotions. You cannot become addicted to English through logic, rules, or grammar charts. Addiction does not happen in the mind. It happens in the heart. You get addicted emotionally, not intellectually. This is why you must let English connect to your deepest feelings. Use English to express your dreams, the life you want, the person you want to become. Use English to talk about your fears, because sharing emotion builds a powerful bond with the language. Use English to write your goals, so the language becomes part of your future. Use English to describe your feelings, even the difficult ones. Use English to motivate yourself when you feel low. Use English to talk about your life, your past, your struggles, your victories. Use English to imagine your future in bright, powerful detail. When English becomes the language of your heart, not just your mind, everything changes. Your brain begins to see English as a meaningful part of your life story. And emotion is the fastest, strongest path to addiction. If English ever touches your heart, it will never leave your life. It will stay with you, support you, grow with you, and become a natural part of who you are every single day. Part 10. The Future Self-Model. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the version of you 1 year from now, the version who has been addicted to English every single day. Picture yourself speaking fluently, expressing ideas clearly, and communicating with confidence. Imagine the smoothness in your voice, the calmness in your mind, and the natural flow of your sentences. See yourself understanding English movies without subtitles, reading articles without difficulty, and speaking to anyone, strangers, teachers, foreigners, without fear. Imagine yourself as stylish, smart, powerful, and international, someone who feels comfortable in any country and any environment. Now, imagine standing face to face with another version of you, the old version, the one who hesitated, the one who doubted, the one who feared mistakes, the one who wanted to learn but kept delaying, kept stopping, kept worrying. That old version represents your past, but the future version represents your growth. Which version will you choose? The answer is simple: the upgraded version, the powerful version, the addicted version. Now make a promise to yourself right now. I will not return to the old version of me. I choose my upgraded English self. This promise is the beginning of your transformation. This is where your journey becomes unstoppable. Part 11. Daily Hunger. Always seek 1% growth. You do not need to achieve massive improvements every day. You do not need to study for hours or memorize thousands of words at once. Instead, focus on growing just 1% daily. That tiny improvement is all you need to build momentum. Learn one new word. Watch one new English video. Discover one new expression. Speak one new sentence out loud. Listen to one short audio clip. Read one small paragraph. These small wins may seem simple, but they build a powerful psychological effect. The feeling of progress. And progress is one of the most addictive feelings in the world. When you feel yourself improving a little each day, your mind becomes hungry for more. You begin to crave growth. You start wanting to learn more, speak more, listen more, and understand more. The more you grow, the more you want to grow. And that hunger, that daily desire to improve, is what transforms English from a task into an addiction. Your mission is not perfection. Your mission is small steps, taken consistently, with passion and curiosity. 1% today, 1% tomorrow. And soon, you will become someone you never thought you could be. Deeply, naturally, proudly addicted to English. Part 12. Choose your tribe. English. Community. Addiction, whether to a habit, a skill, or a language, grows stronger when shared with others. Learning English alone can feel lonely and slow, but when you surround yourself with a supportive community, everything changes. Find your tribe, a group, a friend, a partner, or even an online channel where English is celebrated, practiced, and encouraged. Join conversations actively. Comment in English under posts or videos. Share your practice and progress, no matter how small. Speak with others regularly, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. The community is there to support you. When you feel connected, motivated, and supported, learning becomes enjoyable rather than a task. Enjoyment sparks desire. Desire sparks habit. Habit sparks addiction. Being part of a community makes English a living, breathing experience, not just words on a page. It gives you accountability, motivation, and inspiration. When you feel that energy around you, your brain naturally begins to crave English. Interaction, engagement, and connection with others transform the process from studying into something your mind looks forward to every day. That is the true power of choosing your tribe. Part 13. Train your mind to think in English. Thinking in English is the final, most transformative step toward true addiction. Until your mind naturally forms thoughts in English, fluency remains limited. To start, describe everything around you in English. Narrate your actions aloud or silently. I am walking. I am reading. I am cooking. Ask yourself questions in English and answer them immediately, without translating from your native language. Talk to yourself in English quietly whenever possible, as if you are holding a conversation with your future self. At first, this feels strange. Your mind resists, and your thoughts slip back into your native language. But with consistent practice, it starts to feel normal. Then it becomes effortless. Finally, it becomes automatic. Your brain begins thinking directly in English without any conscious effort. Once this happens, your mind starts craving English naturally. Your thoughts, feelings, and ideas flow seamlessly in the language. Thinking in English turns the language from a skill you study into a tool you live with. When your brain works in English naturally, the addiction becomes complete. Your mind seeks it, enjoys it, and cannot imagine life without it. Part 14. Let English become your superpower. Imagine walking into a job interview with full confidence, your voice steady, your words clear, and your thoughts organized perfectly in English. Imagine studying abroad, feeling comfortable in any classroom, making friends effortlessly, and understanding every lecture without stress. Imagine communicating with anyone in the world, sharing ideas, expressing yourself, and connecting deeply, without fear or hesitation. Imagine watching any English video, understanding every word, every nuance, and feeling the joy of comprehension. Imagine speaking with elegance, clarity, and natural flow, where words come easily and your message is always strong. This power is not a fantasy. It is real, and it is waiting for you. But here is the secret. Only addiction can take you all the way. Discipline, motivation, and study alone are temporary. Addiction, however, makes English a part of your life. When you are addicted, nothing can stop you. Challenges become opportunities. Mistakes become lessons. Every day becomes a step closer to mastery. English no longer feels like a task. It becomes your superpower, your tool, your strength, and your unstoppable advantage in life. Once you reach that level, nothing can hold you back. Part 15. The final message. Don't learn English. Live it. Learning English can feel slow. Practicing English can feel tiring. Studying English can sometimes feel boring. like a task you must complete, rather than something you truly enjoy. But living English? That is entirely different. Living English is powerful. Living English is transformative. Living English is addictive. It is no longer about textbooks, exercises, or memorizing rules. It becomes part of your life, part of your identity, part of your daily routine. It becomes the energy that fuels your growth and the tool that opens doors to your future. I want you to remember this as you continue your journey. Live English every day, even a little. Love English every day, even a little. Let English touch your life, every single day. On our channel, English Achieve Students Hub, we share tools, tips, and inspiration to help you do exactly that, to make English a natural, enjoyable, and integral part of your life, so that you don't just learn it, you live it. Imagine waking up one morning without even realizing it, and realizing that English has become a natural part of who you are. You wake up addicted, not to the work, not to the rules, but to the growth, the progress, and the incredible new version of yourself that has been quietly developing every day. Addicted to your new self. Addicted to your confidence. Addicted to the power that English brings into your life. This is how transformation happens. This is how you rise. This is how you become fluent. This is how you get addicted to English, forever. From today onward, don't just study English. Live it, embrace it, and let it change your life completely.